Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the Reptile Barn. I wanted to do an update and talk about a little bit our Super Dwarf retics. This is Cassie, the female. She actually lives at our house. She's one of our few that's not at the barn. But she is a Super Dwarf retic. For those of you who haven't seen her on the vlog before, normally reticulated pythons are the largest snake on Earth, right? Certainly the longest. But some of the little islands there in like Indonesia, they have naturally occurring populations that have just kind of evolved to stay very, very small. An adaptation for the much lesser food availability on those little islands. So she is from Kayuadi, not actually, she's captive bred, but her lineage is the Kayuadi lineage and pure 100% Super Dwarf. So she, believe it or not, is about 3 years old. She's about 6 feet long. Her biggest part of her body is right here. I'd say it's about 2 of my thumbs, maybe a little more. And yeah, so she'll get bigger than this, like all snakes do as they age. But she is pretty much a mature adult. So our male, she's a 2020 baby. Our male is a 2021 baby, and they should be able to breed. If anyone ever tells you retics don't like to climb, look at this girl.
Right, I know.
They're natural, especially these smaller ones, where they don't even have that weight that would break branches and be more dangerous. Anyway, our male is a Kalatoa. Don't want to misinform anybody, but also 100% Super Dwarf. And again, they should be able to breed this coming winter, and I am stoked. This time next year, she should have a pile of eggs, a little pile of eggs. And I am so excited for that. We got interested in these like 6 years ago, started following Reach Out Reptiles, the, in my opinion, unrivaled, I guess, resource for Super Dwarf reticulated pythons. And both of our animals come from Reach Out Reptiles. The owner is Garrett Hartle. If you don't follow them, highly recommend. One of the most scientifically accurate YouTube channels as far as the reptile world goes that I have ever found. But yeah, so I wanted to show her to you guys so you could get an idea of the full size and the temperament. They're a little bit more food aggressive than the ball pythons. I should have showed the part getting her out. All you do, and I do this with all my snakes that are food aggressive, but certainly you want to if there's one actually striking. I have a big long snake hook and the whole back end is rubberized because I'd never want them to hurt their teeth or their face if they strike and hit something. And I just open their tub or their enclosure, whatever they're in, and I hold the hook backwards, so it's the rubberized portion, and I just sit there petting them, showing it to them, and they very quickly will get out of food mode, and as soon as they do, they are as sweet as any other snake that you could want, if it's a captive bred individual. Again, I know retics have a reputation for being just mean and bitey, but I just say it's completely untrue. It's more to do with their food response and the fact that back in the day they were all wild caught. So they were scared. They were obviously used to predators in the wild, and now here we are grabbing them up and taking them thousands of miles away. But yeah, so this is Cassie again. A pure Kayuadi reticulated python. That's a Super Dwarf variety. And I am stoked. We're going to really feed her pretty well this summer. Make sure she's got enough girth on her for a successful breeding. We tend to be slow. All our pythons, we kind of breed our females at 3 to 4 years old instead of the 18 months that some people push so hard for. It might not make us quite as profitable, but I feel like in the long run, the animals will be healthier. And I also feel like they will then consistently lay larger clutches. If their first ever clutch, they're a very small animal. I think, and this is only hearsay, I don't have data for you, but it seems like people who do that have told me that their female then consistently lays slightly smaller clutches for the rest of her life than the ones that they let get really, really large and a year or two older before their first breeding. So either way, she's going to be with us her whole life. She will never be for sale. And they're a long-lived animal, like many snakes. So yeah, just I had her out. I wanted to play with her. All the kids were playing with her. Liz was playing with her. And then I was like, we should film. We haven't put her on the vlog in ages, and she's spectacular. Usually I vlog from the barn, so some of these ones here at home get neglected. And we also had a request to do a full tour of our reptile collection, which is going to be quite the undertaking, but I think we should do it. It's been a long time since we've done that, and our collection is quite different than it was when we did that last. So I think that's going to be a vlog coming up in the next couple of weeks. We have some other cool stuff. But that is all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, we're the Reptile Barn.